What's going on, y'all? This is Keenan Walker. Me on Instagram, Keenan_Walker. You can catch me on Facebook, Keenan Walker. Duck Master Keenan on TikTok. You can also, come check me out. Check me out at the Peabody Hotel at the world famous Duck March. One thing you need to make sure you do is keep watching Exhibit Plus. I know I'll be. Take care.
Hello guys, this is Osei of Exhibit Plus again. Sometimes you get to hear of people who are just talking that they won't change, but are clearly not doing something to actually bring out the change. But sometimes too, you get to hear or meet people who are actually walking the talk. And in today's episode of Exhibit Plus, I'm privileged to have Reverend Dr. Kenneth Whalum. And he is indeed doing marvelous things here in Memphis for small businesses. And we have the privilege of having a conversation with him. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Thank you. It's a privilege, man. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. I know you grew up in Memphis.
Yes.
And you love Memphis.
Yes, Memphis born, Memphis bred, and when I die, I'll be Memphis dead.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But sir, why your interest in the community, helping small businesses?
I got it honest. I got it in my DNA. My paternal grandfather was an entrepreneur. He owned an insurance company. He employed black staff. He was very well respected here in Memphis. His name was H.D. Whalum. He's that color picture right there in the middle of the wall over there. Mm-hmm. He was well respected in Memphis. His office was on Beale Street. And they told the story of how when he would come down the street headed to his office, you know, at one time Beale Street was nothing like it is today. It was a den of thieves and robbers and highly, highly dangerous. There was no National Guard on the street. But they would the black guys would be shooting craps, you know, playing dice on the corner. Mm-hmm. And when my grandfather would walk toward them, they would say, hey, wait, there's Mr. Whalum. Hold it. And they would respect him. And then when he would go in his office, they would go right back to shooting craps. But so I got it. And he loved black people, mm-hmm. and he loved the church, and he loved business. And he knew that, you know, the only way our people were going to thrive was to support each other in business. So that's how I got it in my blood. Mm-hmm. You know, fast forward 2 generations, I still got it. Mm-hmm. And I'm convinced that Memphis is not going to thrive, pardon me, until we support each other in business. That was a long answer to your question. But
oh, yeah, that sums it up. So, sir, when we were doing our research, after we met the mayor, someone at the mayor's office, we heard about BAMM. Please, can you, in one sentence, just describe what BAMM is all about?
BAMM, the acronym BAMM, and originally it stood for Bust a Move Monday. Bust a Move Monday. Because we knew that, my wife and I knew that the only way you're going to help black people in business is basically you have to either support a black-owned restaurant or a black-owned service industry like a barbershop or a beauty shop, because we just don't have a lot of other kinds of businesses. And so we are from Orange Mound, and there's black restaurants all of them down the street. So I just picked one and said, we're going to take all of our church members to that restaurant on the first Monday in the month, because Monday typically is the slowest business day, especially for restaurants. So, man, we took 200-300 people. You just wouldn't have believed it. Wow. And we dropped thousands of dollars on that little bitty restaurant, and she's still in business today. So that's how it started. I mean, it started a couple of years before that in theory, but that was the first time we really had public exposure for BAMM. And recently, last year, Mayor Young announced in his State of the City address that he wanted to do a BAMM on the city. And he announced it in April, I think it was last April. And then after that, he convened a meeting of black pastors. There were maybe 25 black pastors, prominent pastors, at the table that day, and all of them committed to participate in BAMM. We changed the name to Black Alliance Marketing Movement. And there's a reason for that. You may not want to get into it, but let me say it this way. Black people are notoriously envious and jealous of one another. Bust a Move Monday, everybody knows that's my idea.
Child,
And, unfortunately, a lot of people just said, well, if that's Whalum's idea, we can't, And so that's what happened. So that's why I said, okay, let's rename it. So nobody will know from the outside.
Of course.
And so that's how we got the Black Alliance Marketing Movement.
Okay, I see. So, so with this new change in the name, I guess still it wouldn't change the whole philosophy behind the original BAMM.
Yeah, the concept is still the same. Concept, Memphis, as you know, is the largest black percentage city in the United States. We're 65% black, and that's a larger percentage than any urban city. So it stands to reason that the weakest link in Memphis economy is the black community. That's not a racist statement. That just is what that is. And so, and you can't transform an economy of a city en masse. You can't do it all at once. You got to do it one business at a time. And by necessity, that doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. So the idea with Mayor Young and others who committed to it is to select a black-owned business on the first Monday of the month, or once we get to a critical mass, every Monday of the month. Man, there are, I don't know how many black churches there are in Memphis, hundreds, maybe thousands. Imagine what would happen if every black church adopted a single black business and were consistent in supporting that business. It would transform the economy of Memphis in 365 days.
Definitely.
That's the concept.
Wow. So, before we did the interview, you showed me a picture of a business that you helped earlier on.
Yeah.
And I believe that was quite a success story.
Yeah.
Can you relate that to my audience?
It was Orange Mound Grill. That's the name of it. Miss Daisy. That's the name she goes by, Miss Daisy. She runs it. And we went there in 2003. And it's soul food, greasy spoon. It is not healthy. It is not. They don't offer vegan or you know what I mean. You can't get. What's that other thing that's so popular now?
Is it Beyond Meat or
vegan? You can't do vegan and something. There's something else, some negative thing. But anyway, so they serve chitlins. They serve, So I love it. And so we all went there. We took 200, 300 people to that restaurant on that Monday. And it was so overwhelming that the members of our church, we call ourselves Olives because it's the new Olivette. They literally were washing dishes, waiting on tables, taking out garbage.
Wow.
It was amazing, man. And she had never seen anything like that. And that kind of synergy among black people is what's going to lift our city. Even so, in the long term, while we're on the long-term track, we can lift the morale of the city by showing each other that we care for you. We don't want any money from you, but we just want to help you. We want to be a blessing to you. And a very important point, we don't accept discounts. As the pastor of the church, Every time I go to a restaurant, the owner wants to give me a free meal. I said, no, I mean, you're not going to steal my blessing from me. Not charge me full price, because that's why you're in business, man.
Of course.
So, but now with that said, there are people who will take a discount, who will charge you to support. And I just think that's reprehensible, man. I think that's reprehensible. There are programs in Memphis that charge people to list on their list. Now, I just think that's betrayal, man. But anyway, you didn't ask me that.
Yeah. Oh no. I think like you're filled with a lot of wisdom and knowledge. So yeah, it just jumps out. So I understand. Yeah. So when it comes to small businesses who want to get associated with BAMM, how do they go about it? Let's say a young lady in Memphis who has a small business is watching this right now.
Yeah.
How can she get involved?
Well, BAMM has a website. It's BAMM on Facebook. I don't mean it's a website. I mean it's a Facebook page.
Facebook page, okay.
Just BAMM, the capital letters, BAMM. They can reach out to you. Again, we don't charge people anything. Just let us know. And we will, of course, we have to meet with the business owner. We have to let them know, listen, you ain't never experienced this kind of crowd in your business. So you need to be prepared. You need to know that, you got to have inventory. You got to have enough food. You got to, what about parking? Do you have any parking? That kind of thing is very, very important, because now here's another thing. I'm not trying to create businesses. There are enough programs to help entrepreneurs get started. I'm trying to create customers. That makes us very unique.
Yeah.
So, but the caveat is that if I bring 100 brand new customers to your restaurant and your food is terrible, ain't nobody coming back.
Of course.
Well, don't think that because we BAMMed you, we are obligated to BAMM you again. That's up to you. And so that's one of the truths, the uncomfortable truths about entrepreneurship is that it ain't guaranteed to succeed.
Of course.
That's the nature of entrepreneurism, risk taking. You got to take it, but it's up to you. I'm bringing you the customers. Now, what happens after that is completely up to you. The other thing is, I would beg our people not to be negative, not to be so, man, I ain't never going back to that bin. Well, you go back to McDonald's, you go back to Kroger, you go back to, come on, is it because we're black? That's self-hatred. That's what that is.
Of course. Yeah, and I like the point you made about, being extra negative towards black business, and then, just going back to the other business that might have not shown you love
at all
earlier on. Yeah, that's very true. So, what would be the one advice, because you've dealt with so many businesses so far, the one advice that you like to give as a young person who wants to go into entrepreneurship? What would be that one advice? Well,
it's just a different version of what I just said. The essence of entrepreneurship is risk taking. Put everything you have into it, and let that be it. Pray about it. Ask God to help you do what needs to be done. Keep your day job.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all. Just put everything you have into it, and realize that it's a risk, and no risk is guaranteed to be profitable.
Certainly. So, Seb, in your answer, you made something about God. Yeah. So, how much impact or how much strength that having faith play in business?
Well, I can answer that from our perspective as the progenitors, the creators of BAMM. I wouldn't have kept doing it if I didn't have faith that the seeds we're planting were gonna, yield fruit. A person who goes into business, you have to have faith that God is going to work it out, but you also have to have common sense. You can't You can't give your family free goods and free. It's a business. And that's what you have to keep in mind. So with regard to our perspective in starting BAMM, I got tired of seeing Orange Mound be a ghetto. I got tired of seeing driving up and down Park Avenue and it looking like a war zone. And I kept hearing the scripture that says that we're supposed to be the repairers of the breach, the rebuilders of the walls of the city. That's in Isaiah. And it just wouldn't leave me alone. And God showed me that vision, that we could do it by supporting Black-owned business. We could slowly rebuild the walls of our community and repair the breaches that had been created by Black folk leaving. And that's where my faith came in, because it can be discouraging. It's very discouraging to hear things like what I just said to you earlier, to hear other Black pastors say, well, that's Whalum's vision. Oh man, come on. We supposed to be blessing our people. And that's discouraging. So discouraging and dispiriting. Of course. So you have to maintain your faith. You have to worship. You have to humble yourself and worship. Face down before God and let him speak into your heart, speak into your mind, speak into your spirit, and keep you steady and focused. Because man, people will, I had an old friend that said, people will pour cold water on your aspirations and blighten every hope you ever had in the world. Wow. He said, Black people wouldn't give a crippled crab a crutch to cross a crowded street. So when you keep that reality in your mind, you're gonna be all right.
Wow. So I guess that's the biggest challenge, the love among the community, and also the businesses having the enough motivation and faith to keep on going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now I have two more questions left. So one is, okay, you've been doing this BAMM activity or movement for quite some time. What has been some of the major obstacles or challenges that you faced?
Well, again, the challenges are in trying to radiate the effort out into the larger community. The teaching that we have been doing for 30 years at the church has taken root among the members of the church. So it's a challenge to transfer that into the larger community. That's the biggest challenge.
Wow. Okay. So with that said, if somebody wants to find a way to assist, what would be the best way to help in that?
If they are going to you guys' website and they see something about BAMM, just support the business. It's not, it's really not rocket science. Everybody has busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody got stuff to do. Of course. But you got to eat lunch. You got to eat dinner. Yeah. Go try to ethno. This is so it's a concept called ethno aggregation. Okay. Ethno, word ethnic, aggregation, combining efforts. So BAMM is an example of ethno aggregation, where people on the same skin color team support people on the same skin color team, little by little, to make a difference. So if somebody wants to assist, when you hear about a BAMM effort, just go and support it. That's the simple answer.
Okay. Thank you very much. So the last question is, as I've already made mention, you've run BAMM for some time, and now you're getting to partner with other people like the mayor and the other churches. Where do you see BAMM in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time?
Oh, in 5 years, man, we will have begun a complete transformation of the economy of Memphis. This is a pivotal time with the Memphis Safe Task Force being here, the federal agencies providing law enforcement assistance here in Memphis, with an additional 100 or so National Guard troops being deployed, I don't know, next week. Well, what that does is, and it has obviously reduced the level of violent crime. That's inarguable. And so there is a calm in the city. But that calm is not going to last forever. Sure. At some point, the federal intervention is going to end. The troops are going to leave. And the natural response among the criminal element is going to be, okay, let's get back to it, right?
Yeah.
But if we collaborate now, and this has not happened, by the way, this has not happened yet.
Okay.
We have to collaborate. The mayor, the Chamber of Commerce, the police department, MATA, the transit authority, have to combine to try to change educational outcomes. And this is a long way around to answer your question.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we have the crime that we have is because our education, our public education system is failing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So we can collaborate now to improve that situation. And if we do, we'll have the positive outcome that we want. If we don't, it's going to be worse than it was before the task force got here.
Wow.
So in 5 years, if we collaborate now, we will have begun to transform the economy of Memphis.
Yeah, and I like the way you went about mentioning different departments, different agencies, and how they can come together. So there's a need for a whole holistic movement of it. So yeah, thank you very much, Mr.
You are welcome.
Reverend Dr. Whalum,
Yes.
for giving me this fine opportunity to just sit down with you, which is a huge privilege for me. I thank God for that, for talking to us on Exhibit Plus.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I wish you the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, so guys, that is the conversation we had with Reverend Dr. Kenneth Whalum. And guys, search for him, Google for him, and there's a lot that you can learn and be energized, motivated to continue to do positive things in your life and those around you. Catch you next time.